Hello everyone, my name is Arquimides Lopez and I'm part of the YAZA lab which focuses on translational neuroscience research, and today I'll be discussing my research pitch on cerebral microbleeds, specifically in underrepresented communities. Before I start, I wanted to give a quick background. I grew up in El Salvador where cognitive decline was rarely addressed in healthcare or even at all, and several older relatives suffer from dementia without receiving any proper diagnosis or care. And when I moved to South Central LA, little seemed to change as many of these individuals still face similar barriers like high medical costs, unreliable transportation, and even immigration-related issues. And these systemic obstacles block diagnosis and monitoring of cognitive decline in these individuals, which prevents them from understanding the severity of their situation. And even after a diagnosis is made, underrepresented individuals often face the challenge of accessing the necessary follow-up tests and resources that they need. And this was evident after I volunteered in the Boys and Girls Club food pantry in Santa Ana, as some of these individuals shared similar issues as those mentioned previously when it came to accessing healthcare. And this led me to focus my research on cerebral microbleeds, which are tiny brain hemorrhages visible on MRI that are often prevalent in Alzheimer's disease. While a greater number of microbleeds typically correlates with a heightened dementia risk, we lack the data on how frequently they appear in cognitively healthy individuals from underrepresented communities, largely because such populations do not undergo MRI scanning regularly due to these barriers, as well as not enough research data being collected amongst marginalized communities, making it difficult to access how cerebral microbleeds could play a role in increasing risk of cognitive decline. My research question is, do cognitively healthy adults aged 60 to 85 from underrepresented communities, specifically Black and Latinx individuals, show a higher prevalence of cerebral microbleeds compared to non-underrepresented individuals? As for my research methods, I will be conducting a cross-sectional study comparing MRI-derived microbleed prevalence among Black and Latinx individuals. As a comparison, I'll be evaluating prevalence in other groups who are not considered underrepresented, and I'll analyze imaging data alongside clinical and demographic variables as well as cognitive assessments. And this approach will allow me to determine whether microbleeds differ by community groups. And then why does this work matter? This work is crucial as underrepresented communities face diverse structural barriers to cognitive healthcare, including language barriers, high costs, and awareness gaps. And demonstrating the differences in microbleed prevalence could drive outreach initiatives, encouraging at-risk individuals to obtain screenings and providing them with pathways to care. Ultimately, the goal is to inform and mobilize these resources so that elders in marginalized communities can access cognitive health and evaluations earlier and more equitably.